Transformers Robot Masters was a Japan-only toy line released by Etcetera in 2004, mainly as a way to shovel out some new figures of classic characters, and a whole ton of repaints. A lot of the figures were some actually creative redecos of some already really good Generation 2 toys, such as Rebirth Megatron over here, as well as some repaints of the Kmart and KV Toys exclusive Machine Wars Basics figures. However, a pair of repaints really caught my eye one day while shopping online, and after checking YouTube and noticing a lack of reviews, I decided to pick them up for myself. Unfortunately, the seller I was going to buy them from decided to just stop messaging me back for over 2 weeks for seemingly no reason, and I later found out that he was overseas the whole time without any contact, full stop, the day after I said I was able to pay and didn't know! But I digress. The figures I bring you today are Smokesniper and Gigant Bomb, designated Robot Masters 13 and 14 respectively. However, as you may assume, what with the toy line and all, this is certainly not the first dance these molds have had.
Dreadwing! The evil Dreadwing is a triple changer, transforming from stealth bomber into a combat jet and battle tank. The jet transforms, and the tank transforms into evil double trouble robots. Transformers!
Generation 2 strikes again in 1994 with Dreadwing and Smokescreen, being one Dreadwing, but one Smokescreen, sold as Ace Evader in Europe and Stealth Assault in other Europe. These figures were trailblazers for their time. They had light pipe dies, a wide range of articulation, spring-loaded missile launchers, and sweet chrome trim. A year later, in 1995, these molds were redecoed as Megatron and Starscream, and released in Ohio. Well, after that, the same figures with a slightly changed deco were released in Takara's Beast Wars second toy line as Starscream and BB. Damn it, I want that Starscream. Later still, the molds had a long-deserved rest of a few years before a straight repackage of the Beast Wars Starscream set was put out in South Korea by Sonicom, a company that marketed Transformers figures in Korean markets, as Stealth Saber, an Autobot, which is weird because the figures still had the Predacon insignia on them. Finally, the last uses of this mold in recorded history were Dreadwind and Smokejumper, a 2004 release in the Robots in Disguise line, and last but not least, Smokesniper and Gigant Bomb. I bought Smokesniper mint in sealed box from Japan, and it cost me quite the pretty penny to do so. More than 1500 yen RRP, that's for sure.
Oh my god!
The boxes for the Robot Masters figures are quite interesting. They've got a large window cut out where you can see the figure and its tech specs from a glance, and the back of the box has a small write-up about the story and the character's biography. Inside the box, we've got Smokesniper himself and his accessories, as well as a small plastic bag with instructions, a manga, and this registration sheet, I think? Behind Smokesniper's clamshell, we've got a collector's card that you're supposed to cut out. Behold, Smokesniper in all his tiny glory. He comes with 2 missiles, as well as 2 launchers for said missiles. Don't poke your eyes out with these kids. He also has this weird clear green weapon thing called the Radial Pod, which is made from solitarium, the mineral that everyone in Robot Masters is fighting over. Gigant Bomb's packaging is huge. Like, abnormally huge for a Robot Masters figure, and because of that, his MSRP is about 1,000 yen more than Smokesniper's. Despite the size, the packaging experience is largely the same with him. However, since he's second-hand, I didn't get a registration sheet or manga. To go with Smokesniper's lovely radial pod, Gigant Bomb gets this clear plastic abomination, the Pulverizer. Both of these guns have 3mm handles instead of the original Dreadwing mold's weird 4mm handles, but because of this, no other version of the mold can wield these weapons, and the hands on the figures have been filled in to compensate. And now, tremble before the fury of the Colossal Warrior from 2025! Gigant Bomb! Yeah. That's a bit of a problem with this figure. Gigant's bomb has a massive, bulky form, and because the bomber wings fall behind him, the figure isn't too stable. For some reason, instead of sturdy universal joints or ratchet mechanisms like in the arms, he was given huge ball joints that are incredibly loose, and combined with the lack of heels, they just add to his toppling problem. He's like a robotic drunkard.
Didn't have to sneak around in these ugly-ass disguises.
Compounding the issue is Smokesniper. They gave the huge, heavy toy 0 heels, but the tiny, lightweight lad gets double the heels a normal figure has.
Gina, you hack fraud!
One of the gimmicks that contributes to his back heaviness is his Gatling gun, that just happens to be It can load 6 of the missiles that came in his special Ziploc bag of ordnance, and fires them out with an intense amount of force. Rotate it clockwise and... damn! That thing could probably injure a small infant. Let's size these two pretty son-of-a-guns up, shall we? Here they are next to my personal favourite Transformer, Generation 1 Flash. For a more modern, deluxe-sized figure, here's War for Cybertron Siege Hound, who you can probably find shelf-warming at your local Kmart next to the Chromias. An older deluxe-sized figure, Deluxe Downshift from Transformers Universe, who'd be a lot better if he had knees. Here's Voyager-class Laser Prime from Titan's Return, so you can get a better sense of scale between Gigant Bomb and some more current toys. Also, the F-91 Gundam F-91 in Harrison Martin colours, which is the suit Smokesniper and Gigant Bomb decided to steal their colour scheme from. Here they are next to a more standard 3 3/4 inch action figure, this one being Kamen Rider Black RX, a Generation 2 Cyberjet, this one being Jetfire, another Stealth Bomber Transformer, Deluxe Megatron from The Last Night, a standard Legends figure, a standard Legion figure, Robots in Disguise Skids, who was later redecoed as Mirage in Robot Masters. Also after filming, his insignia flaked off and I had to replace it with a sticker, the SH Figuarts Body-kun, and last but not least, Generation 1 Sky Scorcher Tornado.
Tornado Twister.
Flash actually has more in common with these two than just his light piping. They were designed by the same man, Takio Ejima. He single-handedly designed all of the Transformers line from 1992 to 1993, and he considers G2 Smokescreen to be his proudest achievement when it comes to engineering. Rightfully so, as he's a lovely little piece of plastic. Articulation for Gigant Bomb is substandard for modern figures, but was pretty good for its time. In the upper body, he has a swiveling head, a universal joint at the shoulders, an elbow bend, as well as a swivel there, and this butterfly joint, which is technically used for his transformation. He's got these aforementioned huge ball joints for his hips, and finally he has a 90-degree knee bend. I hate the lack of swivels in his legs though, they just murder his ability to stand. Smokesniper is clearly the star of the show here, with universal shoulders, a bicep swivel, a huge elbow bend with a transformation, some ball joints in the hips, a nice knee bend, and a very stable feet. He still lacks the thigh swivels, but his tiny backpack and giga feet make up for it. Transformation for these two is pretty advanced for 1994. The articulation really adds to the engineering here with all the swivels, twists and bends just snapping into place, and the bodies of both Smokesniper and Gigant Bomb elongating into slick and powerful looking jets. Apparently the colour schemes for the jets are reminiscent of the United States Army stunt team called the Blue Angels. I can sort of see it, but the patterns for the deco just aren't quite there. Smokesniper becomes some weird slimline aircraft that's probably made up. It's very sleek and streamlined, but lacks wings something fierce. Any aircraft experts in the comments, let me know how this would work in real life. Gigant Bomb turns into this absolute badass of a stealth bomber, with the massive Gatling cannon lying beneath the fuselage. The back of the aircraft has a very conspicuous hole in it which looks just big enough to hold another airplane. If we connect Smokesniper with Gigant Bomb like so, we get the gigantic super aircraft, Gigant Sniper, able to travel at supersonic speeds. Smokesniper just clips in there quite snugly, even with the cannon stuck to his legs. Nothing else to note here other than the fact that the jet looks a lot nicer when all filled in. The secondary cockpit's a little bit weird though. But what if you don't want them connected anymore? Well, just pull on Smokesniper and bam! Gigant Bomb's spring-loaded wings flip up to activate his third transformation, Tank Mode. Yep, that's right, Gigant Bomb is a triple changer. Just move some parts around, flip the also spring-loaded treads out from his legs, and his tank mode is ready to terrorize an abandoned buildings district near you. The cannon still works in this configuration, by the way. You can also put some of his unused missiles on the clips here and carpet bomb unsuspecting Autobots in bomber mode, because he's that kind of guy. If you want to pick these guys up, then tough. I'd recommend going with any other version of this mold. The original Generation 2 figures can be found for much cheaper, and barring deco, they're practically the same. If you're dead set on Smokesniper and Gigant Bomb, then you can go where I got mine, Mandarake. But they were very, very expensive after currency exchange and postage, and I don't know if they'll be in stock anytime soon since it's a second-hand shop. Just remember that Smokesniper and Gigant Bomb were originally sold separately, while every other version is in a set, so you'll have to plunk down some extra dosh if you want to get the couple. However, whatever version you get, whether a Screamer or a Jumper, a Screener or a Sniper, you're not going to regret this beautiful set of 2 vintage figures. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Whew! Never thought I was going to be able to get this video finished. I'd just like to say thank you to the people who've watched this video. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Check out the Master System retrospectives that I did all the way back. But yeah, now that I'm out of school, I've graduated, I'm going to be able to make more content more often for you lovely subscribers. Very soon I'm going to be working on another retrospective about another Takara toy line and the nostalgic video games that it inspired, if you catch my drift. So, overall, I'd just like to say thank you for watching, thank you for sticking with me, and have yourself a great bloody 2020.